Fellow Transcenders. Today I want to talk to you about how to live your most fulfilling life. Now let's be real, we only have a limited amount of time on this planet, so why not make it the most enjoyable, the most impactful, and the most fulfilling life that we can? Oscar Wilde said, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist." So I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you want to live, or do you only want to exist? And as soon as you answer that question for yourself, things get more clear and pushes you towards living your most fulfilling life of all. So I want you to write these things down. I have 3 points that I want to share today. The first one is be grateful. Be grateful for the things that you have rather than the things that you don't have. Be grateful for the simplest things, the things that we've normalized, of being able to eat, being able to sleep on a bed, being able to walk and run, having a roof over our head. Think about the things that you're grateful for. And as you focus on the things that you're grateful for, it really boosts your happiness and therefore also boosts your health as well. Now, there was a study that was made in the University of Berkeley. They took 3 groups of students. The first group, they asked them to write down in their journal what they were grateful for about 4 weeks. And the second group, they wanted them to write down the negative things that happened in their lives for about 4 weeks. And then the last group didn't do anything at all. And guess what happened? Guess what they found out? The first group that wrote down in their gratitude journal, they were significantly happier and significantly healthier than their other peers. Now, isn't this an amazing study? As soon as you hear about this, you want to write down in your journal. It's such a simple thing. You only have to write down 3 to 5 things a day as soon as you wake up. And this makes you significantly happier and healthier. Now, I've been trying this for a couple of years in my life as well, and I've seen huge improvements. I see things through a better lens. I see things more positively. Of course, we're gonna have our hardships, we're gonna go through some hard times, but when we're focusing on the things that we're grateful for, it just pushes us towards a more positive light. And this really helps with living your most fulfilling life. An English writer and philosopher, G.K. Chesterton, said, "When it comes to life, the most critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude." So which one will you pick? Are you gonna take things with gratitude or take things for granted? I'm guilty of this as well. Just thinking about things that are really important to me, my friends and family. Sometimes you take them for granted because they're there, but once you start losing people or they start disappearing from your life, then that is when you truly understand what they meant to you. So while you have it, put them down on a piece of paper of things that you're grateful for, so that when the hardship comes, you're more likely to think about the positive, that things are not there to stay, but they're there to pass as well. That things can get better and you look through the positive lens. That you become a more perpetually optimistic person is what I try to and strive for. Number 2 is always be growing. John Maxwell put this really well. If we're growing, we're always going to be out of our comfort zone. So think about the ways that you can expand your comfort zone. Don't always be in that safe spot, but think about how can you expand it? How can you grow more? Because if we're growing, we have to expand our comfort zone, do the things that we're not super comfortable doing. Just to give you an example, I wasn't always super enthusiastic about giving speeches and being in front of a camera or being in front of an audience. But I wanted to expand my comfort zone. So I joined a group to be able to speak more in front of people. And one of my goals is to become a public speaker, so I need to expand my comfort zone. So think about the things for you that you want to expand in your life and you want to become. Think about your goals and dreams, however big they are, but start small, start somewhere. And to do that, we always have to be growing because we're in such a fast-paced society and life and world. So we need to be pushing ourselves into expanding our comfort zones and think about ways that we can do that every day. And then we see things changing, and we see that as we're changing and growing, we start living that fulfilling life that we truly want. Lou Holtz put it in a different and beautiful way. In this world, you're either growing or you're dying. So get in motion and grow. Now, if you think about it, I don't see things as being plateaued. I see things, we're either growing every day, we're learning, we're pushing our comfort zone, we're expanding our minds, or we're dying in a sense that we're losing things, we're getting rid of things, and we're forgetting the things that are important to us. But we want to be in a state to live that fulfilling life. We always have to push our brains love novelty. We want to push our brains into learning more and growing rather than being stagnant and therefore dying. So we need to get in motion and grow. Think about the things that you want to achieve in this lifetime and work towards them. Keep learning, keep pushing, keep reading to be able to get to that point. And honestly, we will never be satisfied. So we want to always be pushing and learning. And this will help us have a more fulfilling life because it's never ending. We can always learn something about the topics that we're interested in, that we're enthusiastic about. There's always something to learn. And this is the beauty of a fulfilling life. So we're always pushing. Last but not least, my third point is have a mission. Goethe said, every person of the ordinary has a certain mission they are called to fulfill. So I want you to think about, do you want to live an extraordinary life? Do you want to be an extraordinary person? Or do you want to live an ordinary life? And each of them is fine, but once you define you want to live an extraordinary life or ordinary life, if you pick the side of an extraordinary life, then things become clear. You know what you have to do every single day to get to that place, to become the best version of yourself, to live your fulfilling life. And once you have that mission, you have a reason to get up every morning, excited to be alive, to push towards your mission, push towards your goals and dreams. That you want to make an impact in this life, and you want to make it the most enjoyable and most fulfilling. Arnold H. Glasgow, a famous psychologist, American psychologist, said, make your life a mission, not an intermission. And when I think about this quote, it just means that make your life a mission so that you're excited about it, that you can work towards something and you can make an impact in life. And not an intermission, meaning that you don't want to do the work, or you're scared to do something and you're always taking a pause and a break. It would be beautiful to make your life a mission to become that extraordinary person, to become the best version of yourself, which is already inside of you, but need to realize again, or re-realize. And go towards the fulfilling life that you see for yourself and that you want to live, wouldn't you want that for yourself and for the people around you? Because people need to see you. You have greatness in you. And I and people around you want to see your greatness and share your gift with the world, which we all have, but again, need to realize again. Now I want to leave you with a challenge of these 3 things. Can you incorporate these 3 things in your life and ask yourself these questions? Can you be grateful? Can you always be growing? And can you have a mission that excites you, that gets you out of the bed every single morning? And once you think about these things and get more clear about what you want to be and where you see yourself, then this will help you, put you on that right path of living your most fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope these points help you live your most fulfilling life. See you in the next video.